Well, I think a lot of guys are doing that in their communities. It's not just me, and I think it's our responsibility as athletes and people with a platform to and influence to give back and impact people as much as we can.
The step back yin yang, is that going to come out tonight, tomorrow night at the game? Are you going to hit him with that?
I'm sure.
You feeling a little bit going to the rim?
Yeah, I gotta dive deep in the bag to see what I got, but I'm sure it's gonna come out at some point.
DC Cross.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. um, I just try to make every shot I shoot. Try to not turn the ball over. Uh, Try to box out. Just try to be perfect. That's my next step. Just trying to be perfect. I know that's impossible, but it's a good goal to strive towards, and I think every player thinks that way. Who? I don't know. I think everybody's unique and different, and they all brought something great to the table for this franchise. Of course, yeah, of course. Big fan of the Hornets brand and what they brought to the NBA and the players that they produce, but I think all of them are different and unique. I think PG is just going out there and playing free and understanding what his role is as a go-to scorer for the Thunder, and I think him and Russ have got some nice synergy out there along with their teammates, and so you're just starting to see him shine bright. I think he's always showed this stuff, but I think he has just more opportunities to do so.
MJ's birthday tomorrow. Any memorable, best time MJ?
Yeah, let's go have dinner. We'll talk about all of them. I can't even name one, man. It's a lot of them. Too many to name. My best move? I don't know. Go check YouTube and tell me tomorrow. I think we all lead in different ways and we bring it at different times. And I think we got a lot of veteran guys. I think when you have a clear-cut leader, you got a bunch of guys that haven't really experienced much, so you got to kind of show them the ropes. But when you've been around a lot of veterans who kind of know their flow and know their routine, you don't really lead as far as being vocal and telling them what to do. You just kind of collaborate on stuff. And so everybody comes together in certain points and gives their input, which affects the whole team. I don't know. That's on them. I'll figure it out once we done playing.
Hey, KD, what's your favorite moment of NBA All-Star
Uh, it's a good one. Favorite moment? When I won MVP in 2012. That was kind of like a coming out party for me as a player on that stage. Something I always think about every day.
All right, what's your favorite basketball move?
He got game.
You got game?
Yeah.
All right, then, do you think it's important for athletes to follow what Colin Kaepernick does?
I think it's good for athletes to stand up for what they believe in. A lot of people probably don't agree with what Cap is doing, but I do, and I'm gonna stand behind him and support him. Love, bro. I mean, any chance I just get to run out there is exciting to me, and whatever comes, the game of basketball is so random, and it's such a field that you never know how each game is going to go. So just being available for every game is pretty cool to me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just this whole life to me is just, man, it's just been a dream, coming from where I come from, rising up from where I rose up out of, just to be here, every single day, going through the ups and downs is exciting and joyful to me. Yeah, just having to play against somebody like that in the playoffs, you really get to see what type of person and player they are, and how they dig deep to bring out what they bring as a player. And Dirk is one of those guys where, you see him have a tough game 3 and bounce back in game 4. That shows character. They show what he's about, and So to grind against Dirk for the couple years in the playoffs and to be battling against him in the Western Conference all these years has been a treat. Somebody that is unguardable and created a shot that really can't be blocked, and his legacy is going to live forever as a baller. I got a little butterflies, now that you asked me about it. I'm excited to play, though. I can't wait to see you up here in a few years, though. Yeah. All right. What's up, man? It's KD. Hello. I don't even have one. There's so many of y'all now. Just keep bringing out that content, man. I see it. Man, it just gave me a place to kind of harbor my skills and kind of learn who I was as a young kid, and with so many other people that were doing the same thing. So, you can easily relate. I don't think it was ever in a bad place. I think a lot of you guys just got in the way and tried to make it something bigger than it was because you needed a story. And I understand because that's your job, but that's not really your job. So I understood what that was like now, thinking back on it, because I never really had a problem with nobody in this league. Or to a point where I didn't like anyone or hated someone. It wasn't even that deep, but I think a lot of you guys just got in the way because it was a cool thing to do. No, because I just wanted to be there to see it. It ain't about nothing else. I just wanted to experience it, and what people think or the reaction that they have, I can't control it. If they're still reacting to me after 3 years, then am I really the problem? So I just want to experience that, and be there firsthand because I was there for those days that people really didn't see the work that from the work that we all put in as a group. So I definitely want to be there when something special like this goes up for them. Next question. I play basketball for the Warriors, and my main concern is to be the best basketball player I can be every day. I have no concern about what trade moves or transactions throughout the season with other teams. That does not concern me at all, and that has nothing to do with me. I'm glad Porzingis is in a better spot, for him in Dallas, and I'm looking forward to seeing him and Luka playing together for years to come. It's my friend that got traded, and I think he's in a good place, and he understands what the business is like, and we talk about life more so than the NBA. So I really, he'll be fine.
Kevin Durant.
Every single thing, just wanting to round out my game in all phases. Wanting to be perfect and in my way, whatever that way that is, not in what how everybody else wants me to play, but just more so my way of, playing the game. I just want to be the best at that, and I think I'm close. we talk about that on the low. Nah, you don't really lean on that, because you understand what those moments are, and you got to kind of let players just kind of ease into them the way that they want to, and each player is going to react differently. So, it's just one of those things. It's just good for you to get that experience, so next time it comes around, you know how to handle yourself, and that'll just, as a leader and as somebody who's the best players on the team, your teammates will see that, and they'll act accordingly as well. Nah, I mean, because you still gotta go out there and guard guys. You still gotta go out there and knock down shots. So it don't matter what you've done or who you are or where you come from. You gotta bring your game every night.
All-Star Weekend is a really nice opportunity for guys to see each other's game up close, admire each other. And I've been talking with the guys, and the guys are saying, I want to take a piece of his game, I want to take a piece of his game. Kyrie's handle, harder step back. You can take some pieces of some of the other All-Stars who don't you do.
I feel like I got everything in my game already.
All right. What is the best part of all the pieces of your game then?
Just that I took them from other guys already. There's a lot of guys that influenced me as a kid, but guys here, we kind of do things differently. But as growing up, you kind of take pieces from guys, and try to put it into yours. Some T-Mac, some Kobe, some LeBron, the Jordan. There's a lot of guys in the past that I try to model my game after.
Kevin, from your opinion, who are the three top players you like to guard usually in the regular season?
I enjoy guarding everybody. Everybody is different and has a wide array of skills. So, you got to be prepared for anything.
So how do you play here?
Just the NBA game in general is getting overlooked by speculation of everything. So, it's just a part of the soap opera, and we're all actors just trying to play our roles. So, my role is to go play ball and answer questions the way I'm supposed to.
Right now in the modern NBA, stats are taking over roles. For you, what's the most important thing? Numbers or wins?
It's just about the flow of the game and how I play each night. I don't go out there looking for numbers. I don't go out there just wanting to get a W. I want to go out there and have fun, play well, and affect the game the way that I affect it every night. I don't know. I don't even know what's out there. What's out there about me? I don't know. You tell me what's out there, and we'll talk about it. Say what? No, just going about business as usual. We're all veterans, so just being excited every day. I mean, that's for young players.
Michael Jordan owns an NBA team here in Charlotte. Is that something after your playing days where you're interested in owning a team? And what did him owning a team do for players like you?
I mean, obviously, if I make enough money, I will for sure think about it, and I would love to. But it's much easier said than done, and I don't want to understate that when it comes to Michael Jordan. It's so hard to break into that, that club of being an owner, because that's what it is. It's a boys' club, and it's a bunch of friends that make those deals together. So to see a black man from North Carolina who started off as a basketball player rise up and control a basketball team is very inspiring. But those type of things are definitely once in a lifetime, once in a generation situations. So hopefully I get an opportunity to even just think about it. But it's definitely inspiring as a baller. I never thought about that as a kid. You don't even think about the business until you halfway in and you kind of accomplish everything that you want to as a player. So, I mean, the only thing I thought about was stepping into this oasis of like freedom as a man and like just doing everything I wanted to do every day, which is play basketball, play video games, watch TV, and eat junk food. So I've been doing that for the last 12 years, and now I'm starting to think about what's next. Yeah, I think Sam has always been a smart and very proactive man, and he understands the progression of a human, and he's seen what it was like having young players on the team and understanding what it takes to win a championship with experience and veterans and guys that been there, have been battle tested. And you mix those guys like Russ, PG, Raymond Felton, Dennis Schroeder. You can go down the line, Steven Adams, with guys who've been actually in tight games, and then you got the younger players who kind of learning from them. So I think Sam has kind of found that great balance between putting together two great, different dynamics on the team. So when you look around the league, you're seeing so many great GMs, be innovative in how they want to create their rosters. It was. Well, I just thought that criticism was always unfair. I think that Russell is a player that requires so much attention out there on the basketball court that any player would want to play with that. He brings intensity and a passion that is very rare in our sport. But with me leaving, and it's such a huge deal to so many people who follow the game, they brought up this narrative that nobody likes him or nobody wants to be around him because of me. And that was always unfair to me, and I always thought that was pretty ignorant. But, I'm glad that, he's going out there and playing well. He's still playing the same way, but more people are starting to realize what he brings. No, I mean, the legacy to me is just what your kids think about you, and I don't have any kids yet, but I know someday I will, and I usually have these conversations in my head about what it'd be like to talk to my kids or grandkids at some point, and all you gotta do is put on the tape. It's just been somebody that's been on this journey for me for a minute now, so I trust him. This just his soft, silky touch on the J. His creativity when he gets into the paint, he rears up off one leg and step back. I think that's the shot that it terrified a lot of the opponents because you didn't know when it was coming and you knew you couldn't block it anyway. So, just that always had him simmering. He can always bring that out, and he has scored 10, 12 quick points, bust the game open. And, he always played within the system, too. He never did anything outside of himself. And as a basketball player who's striving to perfect the craft, you can watch Dirk and see how he made a living off of just doing a few things. No, not really. I feel like a lot of these artists, they tell us their truths every single album or song that they drop, and I think we all go through those same moods no matter what we do. So, I don't look at it that way. I kind of look at it as just therapeutic, just medicine as I'm listening to music because a lot of these dudes just speak my life. So, I really never looked at it as, let's compare what they do to what we do. It's more so like we just can relate a little bit more than others. I don't have one. Luka Doncic. What up, Costa Rica? It's just more so getting the content that you want out. I think a lot of us have really bright ideas that we want to bring to the forefront outside of just us playing. And, a lot of guys want to tell their stories in unique ways. So, and the NBA is definitely encouraging that, so it's pretty cool. Who? I respect her fundamentals. She can shoot from any spot on the floor. She's a winner. She's a champion. She's just tough at. She's tough. You know, every possession she's looking to go at you. So I appreciate that. All right. You know, so he understands what it's like to play street ball. So once he gets out into the NBA floor, it's just like, you know, he's been through the trenches already. So he understands, and, you know, his game has just grown so much. And being a scoring point guard, it's, you know, each night you don't even know how you're going to, you know, approach the game. But I think he's smart enough to put his team in positions to win every single night. So it's, you know, it's no coincidence that he's here. He belongs. Well, he was a shitty shooter to start the year, and he started knocking down shots and got hot, and that's what everybody wanted to see. So once they start seeing that, they understood they had to vote him in. Same old Clay locking in, but that's not what got him into the All-Star game. I just got to keep growing, keep sharpening up the tools that I have already. I feel like I can shoot going both ways. I can finish going both ways. I can shoot the three well. I could dribble. I could post up on either side. Even though going over my left shoulder, I could be a little bit better, knocking down my shot. You know, I just could go down the list of my game and see what I got covered and see how I can sharpen it up. I don't know. I think a lot of guys, you know, got some really creative fashion. Who's that, D-Wade? I think a lot of guys in the league really bring it on a nightly basis. You know, I like a lot of guys' style, and I definitely steal some swag from a lot of guys in the NBA because, you know, I mean, shit, we create the culture, so I can't just name one.
KD?
I mean, come on. If I had 5 kids, it's like, which kid is your favorite? You know, I can't. It's so many amazing songs that I listen to on a game-to-game basis. I'll talk to you about my playlist when we're done.
KD, in 2014 in New Orleans, Giannis was looking for you to take a picture because you were his role model. Now he's an all-star captain. Are you surprised by his development?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, you know, we all kind of seen it coming up, you know, and just the way, you know, his progression from his, you know, throughout his rookie year, second year, went from playing 4 to being able to handle the ball in such a short amount of time. You just seen the difference, you know, and it's good that he's getting this experience, and, you know, he's at the elite level of guys now. Everybody here looks at him that way, so, you know, we expect a lot out of him every night.
You think if he had your shot, he would be the best NBA player?
Well, that takes 25 years of crafting now, so we'll see. Well, it's just supreme skill. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that at that height, you know, still got a bucket. You know what I'm saying? You think of Nate Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, the other Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul. You know, so many guys at that height that know how to get a bucket. AI, you know, so he just has supreme skill. He can dribble. He can shoot. His three-pointer is improved, so he's knocking it down off the dribble, which opens up the rest of your game. So, and he has the green light. When you got that, then you know, anything's possible. I mean, majority of my career I've gone against him.
Is there a chance you play again for Team USA, let's say in this World Cup next September?
Am I going to play?
Yes.
I don't know yet. We'll see after the season. Everybody in Mexico, what up? I mean, every time I usually travel is for basketball. Everybody's just a person to me. It's more so, I mean, it's not about the stars or the all-stars. It's just about the quality of play and the level of, you know, love that you have for the game. So I've had teammates who aren't all-stars, but, they still get buckets and they still go out there and produce. So All-Star is just a title. But it's good to be around people that understand the game more so than anything. And I think Kemba has been around a lot of young players, but he has last few years. You got Tony Parker, you got Nicholas Batum, you got Marvin Williams, then you got Borrego, who comes from Popovich, so he got so much knowledge coming in. So it ain't about the All-Stars, because a lot of All-Stars probably don't know that much outside of themselves because they so, stuck in their own head. But, when you're just around good basketball, you learn a lot.
KD, you have been in Greece both as a player and as a visitor. What's your take on our country?
I only was there for a couple hours and I was stuck in a room because I was sick, so I didn't really get to explore the whole city. But I'm sure it's beautiful, and I'm sure I'll go back soon. I mean, he's one of the most unguardable players I've seen in a long time. His skill set, I mean, your eyes don't lie. I mean, when you watch him play, you've seen something different. Advice? I mean, I've never been through that experience, so I really can't tell him nothing. So I don't know how that feels. Yeah, but he's playing there for this team now while he's going through this, so I don't really know how the experience is. I'm definitely going to talk to him and ask him how it is, but I have no info on that from you. But as far as the fan base, I mean, they just go off of what y'all say, to be honest. So if y'all just tell them to chill out for a second, I'm sure they'll let him finish the season out.